We're going to welcome you back to the Principals Podcast. Today is the first time in a long time that we were doing a podcast in this capacity. The last time it felt like we were doing a podcast like this, Mr. Hyam, it was back in quarantine world. But today is a great day because it was a snow day for these kids. But we scheduled this early in the week. It's focusing on the 27 Be the Change. Those of you who have seen the communication that has gone out this past week, or you have seen it in the week in reflection, you know that we at Chardon High School are focusing on being a better version of ourselves every single day. And it's not just this month, it's how we've established ourselves for the last almost 10 years towards our core values. In particular, we have joined forces with the Coach Hall Foundation, who is working both in our state and throughout all of the country, trying to make systematic changes to keep kids safe. Here at Chardon High School, we are continuing to model those in the little things that we do. As we focus on each week, we're looking at ways that we can fix ourselves, be kind to ourselves, ultimately look at ways that we can see the beauty that we are as human beings, and then emulate that to the next week, which is focusing on others, and then the third week to our community, and then in the fourth week is ultimately living that change in all of those areas: self, others, community, and in the world. We have some awesome student advocates here today. These students have either collectively been in my office, Mr. Hyam's office, Mrs. Bondi's office with all of these awesome ideas. And every single year, we have students coming and say, "Hey, I have a great idea. I have a great idea." And we love our student leadership. So, representing our podcast today is students that are in multiple areas of each group, but they have a sole representative or a small group representative today. So we have Faith Kilfoil and Natalie Hajjar who are here, and they have multiple roles in this school, but they're going to be talking about something that they want to do with a clean water filter initiative for Honduras. We have Josie Aiken here, who is going to be representing NHS and her Corona slash coloring club that has evolved over the years. And many of you have heard her on our previous podcast. We have Emma White, maybe Zorn also here. These two consistently are always doing service outreach, both in our school and in our community. They're going to be talking about a way that you can get involved with the Geauga Mama Dogs and Pups, and also Pink Shirt Day, which is really important to hear about this today because it's the last day to get these shirts. And we also have Sydney Murray here as a junior executive student council member who's going to be talking about what student council is going to be doing, since our good old Sebastian said he couldn't join us today. But he's involved in all of this, and there are more people involved. Once again, I want to welcome Mr. Hyam. How are you today?
Good. How's everyone out there?
No yo.
It's been a long day already, Mr. Murray.
Okay. And Mrs. Bondi, who is again not quarantined. She is at home doing work from her house today. How are you?
Good. How are you guys? Happy snow day.
Happy snow day. So we have right now we have 5 students here. You have not seen them live yet, but we are going to begin by talking to Faith Kilfoil and Natalie Hajjar. And they came in my office last week, but they emailed the week before because they've been working on a process of coming up with a project that is going to be married to their senior capstone project for their graduation seal that is going to be beautifully fit in this month. Can you talk to us about Hope for Honduras and the clean water filter that you are trying to raise awareness and then raise funds for?
Yeah, so basically, me and Natalie started this idea back in probably June, and we've been talking about it for a while, but we haven't really like had a firm foundation of what we wanted to do until a couple months ago. and we decided that we wanted to raise money for a specific country and donate water filters to them. And after researching, we decided to do Honduras for multiple reasons. And we have partnered with Filter of Hope, which is a charity organization that delivers water filters to countries in need. So we've set up a fundraising link with them and have been kind of trying to spread the word about it. And we'll potentially use it for our senior project. So we're trying to fundraise within the month of February and raise money for 27 water filters that can help families in need.
So are these
That
like
is
the
outstanding.
traditional?
And I know that, Natalie, you have worked with Faith, well, not only on this, but you've known her for a long time. Um, what like instigated this in both of you? Like really wanting to do this specific project?
So we both volunteered over the summer at a Bible camp, and during the week that it went on, they did a fundraiser, like it was called Coin Wars, and all these little kids brought in coins and raised like almost $5,000 or somewhere around there. So we thought if just these kids were bringing in change for a good cause, like we could probably do it ourselves too. And we just I'm not really sure how we thought of the water crisis, but we just know that that's an issue in the world and we wanted to help.
It's an absolute outstanding idea. Here in Geauga County, we are rich with resources of water. Our water table is extremely high, and at some points, parts of this county alone, there's a lot of fresh springs that are literally you don't have to tap into the earth at all. Um, and there are other parts, I'm sure you've just traveled our country where you've seen that they are struggle with clean water. And then when you get to other parts of our world, the filtration is so necessary in order to keep the water clean. So I think this is an outstanding initiative. And in reading this, and those of you who will check out the Week in Reflection or all see this in a publication, they're going to be promoting this. There's going to be flyers in our building, but it literally is $50. For every $50 equals a filter. And their goal in the 27 Be the Change is to raise 27 filters. So you have a goal of $1,350, correct? You have put together this great flyer. And being that it's going to be promoted tomorrow, do you have any other ways that you're going to be reaching out in the community?
Yeah, so our goal is to visit a couple businesses like on the square or like locally and talk to them personally about what we're doing and how we're fundraising. So we want to raise money through our community as well, and then probably talk to our family and friends as well. But we're really hoping that even if people can't donate, we want like the word to be spread around too. But our goal is $1,350 in like 27 days. So I think just like spreading the word and possibly donating too would really help.
That is an outstanding idea. Mr. Hyam, Mrs. Bondi, after hearing this, I believe this is the first time you literally heard, knowing that these girls came in as eighth graders. Do you have anything you want to ask or anything you want to say based on their presentation there?
It's such an awesome cause. I'm really in awe of all of these things that are coming about this year. And I think this is, kind of an example of everything that we can do inside and outside of our community. And this is one of the things we can do outside of our community to help others have a better life. So I applaud this and I support this, and I can't wait to donate towards this. And whatever else you guys need during this, let us know, because, if we could go above this goal, that would be awesome.
And I think I think we definitely can go above the goal. I mean, simple math. Once we bring math into the podcast, everyone
Uh,
loves that.
Every single
But
pod.
if every student and staff member who walks the halls of Chardon High School would donate $1, that's all it takes. $1 from each student or staff member that walks the halls, comes through the building, we're going to meet that goal. So when you break it down to something like that, that's, instead of buying that extra bag of chips or something in the cafeteria during this month, you could donate that $1. We can make a difference. And that difference, how long do those filters last? Do you guys know?
Yeah, each filter lasts about 10 years and it can produce, I think, like almost 250 gallons of water like per day. So, they last a long time and it's just $50 and it attaches to a bucket that you already have. Like it's super easy to install and it's something that can honestly change like a whole family's life or a whole community's life.
We definitely take clean water for granted. I mean, it's so easy and accessible for us. So this just brings things to light.
It really does, because the students that come and say, Mr. Murray, the filter in the water fountains, it's turning red. We need to change the filter. And it's like, you have running water in a building. And yes, our building is unique. But the fact that we have running water makes us very privileged, unlike others in our country and even world. Mr. I'm going to go to you next because Mr. Meisen, well, he wasn't asked to join because we want to bring students in, but you have a special connection to the work that they've been doing for the last couple of years through actively caring for people and their Interact Club, going to Garrity. I believe it's once a month for their food bank. Could you talk to us about what they do and how cool of an impact that is there?
Yeah, I think this partnership started a few years ago. My wife is a school counselor at Garrity Elementary School and Cleveland Heights University Heights City Schools. And there are local food banks that bring food into the school, and they have to sort it, package it for like a mini food bank for that area. And when they bring these huge pallets in, they have a very quick turnaround time that they need to get this food organized and set up so the local community members can come in and get some fruit and vegetables to sustain them for the month. And Mr. Meisen, with the service learning program, the teen leadership piece, and the AC4P, thought it was a great partnership of bringing in extra hands. As we all know, many hands make light work and easy work, and our students have been very helpful in the process at Garrity. But I think what has really come out of this whole experience is that the people who give oftentimes receive a lot more back. And I believe our students are learning and having more of appreciation of what students in other areas of Northeast Ohio, that's only maybe 15 miles away, of what they're working with and what their schools look like and how they go through their day. Just like water, oftentimes here in Chardon, we take for granted the opportunities we have with food, and that maybe in some other areas they don't have those choices. And one of the things that people don't know is that food that has color, your fruits, your vegetables, when you go to the store, they cost more. They cost more than your breads and your rice and all your the white type food, gray, that doesn't have color. Those are oftentimes cheaper, but they're not as nutrition for our bodies. So it's very important for us to give back. We have students, I would say 10 to 12 every month, that go out to Garrity on their own to help. And they're also now building relationship with the students. They're working with them on their soft skills and different things that we have learned through our circuit of success. They're now applying with their students there, and building those I would say, like buddy system type thing, where they have someone to talk to and kind of play with and just kind of get through the day. For some of the students there, it's a struggle at times. So very thankful for Mr. Meisen and the students here at Chardon High School to to go out and help, others, organize so that those of need can get what they need.
So how many of you on this podcast have gone to that? Zorn, have you gone to the Garrity Food Bank? No. Faith and Sydney, you've gone to help out, right? So that's confirmed. Emma, Natalie, have you gone, or Josie? So I'm gonna ask you, this was not planned, but Sydney and Faith, besides the memory with, traveling back and forth with the teachers, what was one memory that you had from that service experience?
I feel like it's definitely a service project that, like you feel really good about doing afterwards. Cause like sometimes I feel like, you do a service project and it's something good, but you can't really like physically see the good happening. And I just felt like after doing that, like you could genuinely see like all the little kids like super grateful and like that you're helping something for a good cause.
Sid, do you have a memory?
Yeah, like what Faith was saying with like all the little kids, you could just see like after you packaged up hundreds of these bags of oranges and like potatoes and stuff, how happy they were to just like see you helping them.
It's a great, great partnership, great relationships. We're going to transition to Executive Student Council. Inside of Executive Student Council, we do have Sydney here, Faith, and Josie. Sebastian could not make it. Sebastian has charged Sydney with organizing something specific that executives are going to be doing for the students. And it's a simple thing, but it's worth noting. So Sid, could you tell us a little bit about what executives are planning on doing?
Yeah, so like you said, I'm filling in for Seabass. And so for this Valentine's Day, we decided that we're going to give out little treats in the beginning of each classroom, like at the beginning of the day, with like heart-shaped suckers and nice little kind notes to just make everyone feel more loved and appreciated.
It's a simple thing. It goes a long way. And, even if these kids know that it's happening, it's still a great thing to see on that. I think Valentine's Day, is that a Monday this year? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Monday.
It's a great way to start the week off, unless you have another snow day. It would be a wonderful way to come into Monday with another little reminder. Because how many of you enjoyed when you had those like flavor ice when it was like 90 degrees? You can get a little treat at the end of the day. Like everyone loves a little appreciation. We have Emma, White, and Zorn here. They are going to be talking about two things, and they're not new things, but they're tucked beautifully inside of the 27B, the change for a 2022 version of things that they've done in the past. That would be one. Let's first talk about the Giaga Mama Dogs and Pups, and then close out both of you with Pink Shirt Day, which today is your last day to get shirts, and I believe it's by midnight. And that information is sent to all students and staff today to click on that link to be able to go to 1010 Designs to get those shirts. So Emma, Zorn, floor is yours.
Okay, so I would just say that we did do this last year. It's an organization out of Giaga. There's a bunch of rescue puppies that these people take in and foster almost every week since 2020 had started. There was over like 133 of them that had been taken in and needed help. So we did this last year. They have a Venmo, a PayPal, an Amazon link for you to buy like certain items and stuff, but they really would rather have like money, I guess, to buy like stuff that they really need. But if Amazon works for you, then you can do that. But our goal is $1,000, and we well overreached that last year, so that was really nice. And it was really nice to see. We went 2 weeks back to see the puppies, and it was really sad, and like it just made you really want to help out. So yeah, we're doing that again this year. And there's a QR code. I have the flyer right here. There's a QR code on the flyer if you want to donate. That takes you to Amazon, I'm pretty sure. The Venmo and the PayPal is on the flyer. And then there's also really big flyers in the school too. So if Zorn wants to add anything, he can.
It's an easy way to help out like a local organization, and I believe like even through January this year, they already had over 100 new mom and puppies. It's just it's sad to see how many people just get rid of their female dogs as soon as they get pregnant, and then someone has to take care of that dog and then all the puppies once the puppies are born. So this is an easy way to help out and try and basically take care of the puppy without having to actually buy one.
No, that's outstanding. Emma, I believe on Twitter, someone took a picture of you holding a little pup.
Yeah, so Zoran, would you say it's like a week and a half ago Zoran got a rescue puppy actually. So it was really fitting because we had just started doing this fundraiser, and like I said, we did go and see those puppies from this organization, but he ended up getting a different puppy from a different organization, but it was just like perfect timing, I guess, because I don't know.
No, it was nice. What kind of dog, Zoran, is it?
I could not tell you. It's a mutt. I don't know what combination, but
Please share the name because first of all, Mr. Hyam has prided himself in working on pronouncing your name, and he's done that for years since Maximus was here, and then Zoran and Drago. Is it like Hercules?
no, it's Maggie.
It is what? Maddie?
Maggie.
Maggie. Hyam, you can say that name.
I can, and I truly appreciate Zorn thinking of me in that way.
We keep our dog names simple.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have to say the timing of this. So I've been following Geauga Mama Dogs and Pups on Facebook this year. I just joined this year and followed them because we've been looking at like a rescue puppy or whatever. So I noticed one night when I was on there that they were saying that they were really low on supplies and all that stuff. So I found their Venmo and I went in and I donated. And as I did that, I think Emma, you had donated on there, and then one other person, and it both said like Chardon donations. So I'm like, that's really weird. Like I'm donating as other people from Chardon are donating, and pretty soon then I found out about this. So I'm like, the timing was really eerie, but it's an organization that I truly feel, supporting the animals, supporting the mom dogs and the puppies, and it breaks your heart when you see some of the pictures and hear some of the stories, but they're all so cute. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I would just say we were like really grateful for how much money was raised last year. It was well over 2,000, so almost double our goal. So it was really refreshing to see that people still had hearts and stuff, and we know that it really helped them out because we had been talking to the lady. So let's hope we can do that this year too.
Talk to us about Pink Shirt Day. This is not your first year with this. Talk to us a little bit about the organization and the intention, obviously, to stop bullying, and how students can participate in this, also this cause.
We did it last year, but we were kind of late into it, so we couldn't really get like the shirts that we're doing this year for it. So it's basically just a way of showing that you either like if you know someone or not getting bullied, that you can show support to anyone. And then I believe everyone is wearing them on a specific day. I don't remember the day off the top of my head right now. And then to get the shirts, you just go to the QR code. I believe you said you emailed everyone today. And then you buy the shirt from this place. It's on the square, and then you got to go up to the square to actually get the shirt itself.
I believe it's it's 10 designs.
Yeah.
Is it $10 for a shirt? What is the
Yeah.
cost?
Yes, $10.
And it's pink. It's got a heart, and it has be kind, and it has like Chardon schools underneath it.
And I'm pretty sure we're wearing them all next Thursday. So I think that was the plan. So yeah, today's the last day. So there is a link in, I think as of Tuesday, there was already 89 shirts sold. So that's pretty awesome.
That is really great.
And so my friend Zach Kalis, his dad is the superintendent at Riverside. So like they found out about it. So now Riverside's doing a little something with it as well. So it's reaching out more than just Chardon.
That's outstanding. We all kind of connect. We can connect, all of us, in different capacities. Mrs. Bondi also with Mr. Kalis and their family, and also their children. They live in two different worlds, but certainly they are, Chardon in their heart, regardless of where you work in Riverside. We have certainly a rivalry up there, but when it comes to doing great things, we have a shared collaborative heart. Josie's back in the house. She was in here a few weeks ago. She's going to be president of the United States in 2000, I think we said 42 or something. Could you talk to us about the work you've been doing? You kind of mentioned it, but it marries perfectly with February with the Coloring Club, what they're going to be doing to help out staff along with NHS.
So I'm speaking on behalf of Sebastian Marker and Morgan Fisher because they couldn't be in this meeting, but NHS is going to be helping the Chardon coloring team, and we're going to be putting on a little staff breakfast the Wednesday, the 23rd. And so NHS, we're trying to get kids to donate or bring in any type of breakfast food they want. So we have a spreadsheet for bagels, muffins, all the assorted baked goods, fruits, everything you want to see at a great breakfast for all the staff of the high school. So that's what NHS's part is helping with, and we are so ecstatic and grateful for that because, as you know, food can become expensive, especially when you're buying it for a surplus amount of people. So it's great to have people volunteer to buy, donate, or just bring in baked goods. It's awesome. And then the Chardon coloring team, the Chardon Corona coloring team, the name changes every day. We're working on the cards and the small little campaign idea that's going to be like the theme of the breakfast that morning, which I do want to keep a surprise until then. But we're working on thank you cards for every staff member, and we're just trying to make it as wholesome and homely as possible because the staff at Chardon High School have gone above and beyond this year. And for 27 Be the Change, we want to recognize that.
That's outstanding. And we're going to continue with that as an administration as we have our annual Manja luncheon for the staff, which would be the Friday before February 27th, where we will have that for them. They love their chicken piccata and their pasta. They destroy it. They love it so much. It's a nice thing. For those of you who like Manja, we just gave them a shout out if they want to be a sponsor to our podcast. That would be amazing. And then ultimately I met with members of St. Mary's Chardon and the Ecumenical Council of all the different pastors in our area who are putting on a prayer service that is going to happen February 27th at 3:00 at St. Mary's. They will be the host. Probably the most powerful opportunity I had was yesterday, where I was able to be in the room with all of these who are serving our community, and I was also able to sit with the Parmenter family and Phyllis Ferguson, who's also collaborating on what's going to happen. So it's going to be extremely powerful. It's also going to be focusing on being the change and also looking at how we have grown from these last 10 years, all the while how we've remembered, which is really important. I'm so proud of all of you. I'm proud of Mrs. Blackburn with the work that she's doing with other groups. There's going to be other surprises that happen throughout the month for our staff that we're not going to mention. But I know that it's going to keep them happy because it does relate to food and things being donated. It's at this time that we close with shout outs. Every podcast since the beginning of this pandemic, we've always given time to give gratitude. So there's many of us. And so I don't care who goes first, but I certainly don't feel appropriate to do that. So Faith, you want to go?
Yeah, sure. I'd actually like to give a shout out to you because me and Natalie have been working on our project for a while, but you kind of helped us really finalize it and have combined it into the 27 Days of Change thing. So I really appreciate that and spreading the word on it.
That's what we're here for. We are here to serve you guys, and we care about you. Our job is to guide. So it takes a village. Emma, you want to add anything?
I would obviously like to give a shout out to my parents and Zoran's parents because they have been helping a lot with this. But also like a special shout out, Miss Mahalick's kids last year went around and shoveled their neighborhoods when we had snow days last year and raised over $80, and they donated it all to this Geauga Mama and Pups organization last year. And it was just like so heartwarming because they didn't even want to keep the money, and Miss Mahalik said that they said just give it to the dog. So it was like so cute, and we really appreciate that. And she said that they were planning on doing the same thing this year, so that's really special.
All those stories that you never hear about, but are just another reminder of how great the people we have around here. So that's awesome. Zoran, you want to give a shout out?
I would just like to shout out my mom because she's been super helpful in this whole process. She made it a lot easier to like figure out the whole shirt thing, figure out like how to donate, how to set up the flyers, all that stuff. So it was really helpful to have her.
She's a rock star, no doubt about. Natalie, who do you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to shout out my dad because he also has helped me and Faith a lot for this project. And he also is connected with a charity that he works for called the Sub-Zero Mission. And he's been helping us spread the word on Facebook through people that have donated to his charity before. So could help us get some donations too.
That's awesome. Really awesome. Josie?
I have two. One is more specific. It's for Madame Dalton, who's our amazing French teacher at the Chardon High School, and she's been doing a great job. And she still finds a way to make AP French and French 4 entertaining, and that can be sometimes very challenging. So shout out to her for that one. And then a shout out to Mr. Morawski, Doug Schneider, Melissa Lickler, and Miss Bondi for this past Saturday at the basketball game. I got to organize a small little group of drumline and a few brass members to come and play for the pep band for the basketball team. And it was a cute turnout. We got a lot of like compliments for it. So I wanted to thank all the administrators and teachers who helped organize it. And hopefully we can go back again to another game. So thank you.
That's awesome. And Sid?
I would like to give a shout out to you and Mrs. Mahalik for letting us have a dance last Friday. We had some doubts about it, but it was really amazing, and we were really glad to see that it all turned out.
It was awesome. I think they have the juniors moving forward to next year's juniors. They're going to have a special event. There's something about having the captains of the crazies as the DJ running a Spotify list. It was a blast. And I think once we get out of this pandemic, it's going to have even more numbers. $5 tickets. You can't beat that. So really awesome job. How about the other admin?
I can go. I want to shout out to all of you for doing great things. Like I already said, inside the community and outside the community, globally even. So we really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Service is so important. And even as I'm raising my young kids, I'm incorporating service wherever I can because I think it's such an important part of life. And then Josie, I have a specific one for you today. You made the whole pep band thing so easy. Like it's nice of you to thank the teachers and the administrators who helped, but really we just said, okay, Josie, and then you took over and took control. So thank you for being awesome in that capacity. We appreciate all of you guys who come to us with these amazing ideas and then just move it forward. Like you help us. So thank you.
I'm going to echo Miss Bondi. These students are amazing. This is not the norm, Chardon. These students are here on a Calamity Day, giving back to our school, to the community, and that's what makes Chardon High School special. So thank you, students.
Agreed. Our students are amazing. Great leadership here, including those who are not here that are in your groups for sure. I could give shout outs galore. I'm specifically going to give a shout out today to Ernie on the maintenance staff, who's here. He's painting the library and he's doing a great job. For those of you that have been in our library, the the paint was chipping, and with just years of just wear and tear, he scraped every corner on that brick, and then he's down there tomorrow. It's going to look totally different. He has obviously a little bit more of the window works to do, but he had to leave early because he has to come back later today to plow, because he has adjusted hours, and then he'll be back at 3 o'clock in the morning to plow. And I know that most of you are like, please just let him wake up regular hours, have him plow at regular times. They're doing that to make sure, in the case of any day, that things are secure, and safe. I appreciate you taking the time. In the words of Dan Hines, he echoing Mrs. Mahalik, he challenged kids to go out and help their neighbors today, shovel yards, drives that they can, sidewalks. So thank you again for all that you do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe and go Toppers. See you guys.